underway to get us going. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Runs through the defender. Good enough for the first down at the 37.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball in the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's found some room at the 45. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play, pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. And the single back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
What an opening drive by this offense and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Set it down to the offense. First down. They'll run it to the right side. Breaking free at the 35. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Gain moves the ball right near midfield. It'll be first down. And the running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about their ability to have a running game. Beautiful play right there, and I know the Sooner fans are proud of that one.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere, just textbook.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Looking right, this one caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the Sooners will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Smothered for no gain, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he'll set up to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add to the lead now in the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. The pass rush closing in. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
And that is another first down for the offense. Ready,
First down here for this offense. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Oh, the read option here. The quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense, very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
And the runner takes off to his right.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, control the offense.
On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Well, Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
He pulls in the catch. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's tackled down to the 4-yard line. Offense getting pushed back.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Can you say methodical? The marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Returner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Pressure is coming. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after the completion. The Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Third down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he finds his target. He has the first. And he's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Tigers looking to cash in this red zone trip. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Eludes the rush. Stopped short of the end zone. Spot the ball at the 2-yard line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play every yard. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Going to try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch downfield. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking downfield. It's Hawkins. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. The Meadows going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Tigers will kick this deep to begin the 2nd half. from deep in the end zone. He'll bring it out. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Less than a yard to go as they cover the line on 2nd down. Handoff to the back. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down, looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to norm.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Still plenty of life left. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. That's a big stop for the defense. It's still a 5-point margin. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the return it to the ground. Offense is back out there. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Going to hand this off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. And the quarterback dropping back. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a 1st down.
Here's the 2nd down play. Now here's the toss play. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Go at the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that run produces a decent gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of playing moving forward.
It's an out route. The catch made. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown, Clemson. This offense cannot be stopped.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter.
And that makes the score Clemson 35, Oklahoma 16.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That picks up a first down, spotted at the 39.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Quick throw to the left side. He's got his man open downfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
The shovel pass complete. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds. So
there's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's third down coming up.
Well, they don't connect here, but but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Tight end makes the grab. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Handoff to the right side. Breaking free at the 35. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this 4th quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
He's going to take another shot right here. Took one last shot with no time on the clock, though. This game is over. So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and responded really well.
Yeah, I think it's important to reference that loss, Chris, from a few weeks ago, but that's now a distant memory. This team right now is firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be exciting to see how they close out the season and see if they can make a run and see if they can make it tough on the CFP committee